Well, hello from Cambridge. Welcome back to EF Stock Marketing and welcome to SWaT in action. Okay, let's get to work. Let's get SWaT building a brand for brand owners. SWaT is, of course, an acronym. S stands for SET, Set Brand Objectives. W is for Weaponize, weaponize the brand with a must-have strategy, a strategy to be seen as different and special. A stands for Advertise the brand as different and special, and T is for Track Brand Progress. Oh yes, and every SWaT features a prequel, 6 stages of must-do preparation. Identify the brand you're going to build, identify its owner, identify your brand's target, or customer, identify the competition, identify what makes your brand different, and interrogate your brand until it confesses to what makes it special. Okay, let's get to work. First, the prequel, the must-do preparation. Identify your brand. Second, identify the brand's owner, you, the shareholder, the boss, the partner, the political party, the taxpayer. Thirdly, identify the target, customer, consumer, voter, donor, subscriber, colleague, boss, subordinate, client, patient, whoever is the target for your brand. Fourth, identify the competition. And next, and most important, identify what makes your brand different. This really matters. If your brand isn't different, your brand won't be chosen. If a brand isn't chosen repeatedly, it won't be trusted. And if it isn't trusted, it won't deserve and get loyalty. And loyalty is what every brand is after. Loyalty bestows asset value on the brand, which belongs to its owner. Every brand must be seen to be different. So, 6, interrogate your brand until it confesses to its strengths. What makes it different? What makes it special? Okay, let's do it. Let's get SWaT building a brand. S is for Set Brand Objectives. If you don't know where you want to end up, you won't get there. You must have written brand objectives. How many objectives? Well, as many as you like, but 2 must-have objectives go to the heart of a successful brand. We must build the loyalty of targeted individuals to the brand, and we must build the asset value of the brand for its owner. No loyalty, no sustainable brand, no asset value, no brand worth anything. First, loyalty. Loyalty to the brand. The long-term objective of every brand is to secure maximum potential brand loyalty and the maximum number of loyal targets. Customers, consumers, voters, donors, subscribers, etc. We cannot expect to get to 100% loyalty overnight, but we can expect to get there in stages. So we must set interim objectives, milestones, rungs on a ladder to brand loyalty. Oh yes, and loyalty means loyalty, not habit, but that's a discussion for another day. Secondly, brand asset value. Every brand has some asset value, which comes from loyalty. A brand with asset value can be exploited for income, profits, votes, donations, subscriptions, and other engagements, or it can be exchanged for other assets, including cash. So a brand must have this one objective, which only a brand can have: to build brand asset value to its full potential. For a commercial brand, that means to build brand cash value to its full potential. We'll come back to concrete objectives later when we talk about measuring progress, but for now we'll move on to the next letter. Next, W for Weaponize your brand. Your brand isn't going to achieve its objectives without a fight. There is competition, always. Your brand must be weaponized. Which weapon? How many? Again, as many weapons as you wish, but you cannot move your brand forward without at least one must-have weapon. You must have a written strategy. Sounds dry and dusty, but a strategy is a must. Objectives tell us where to head for, not how. A strategy is what tells us how to get there. Objective, get to the gig by 8 o'clock. Strategy, how? Public transport or private transport? Or maybe on foot. No strategy, and you'll miss the gig. Hand it over to Lady Luck. Bad idea. Need a strategy. A written strategy. So, what is our strategy for building the value of our brand, for building trust, for securing loyalty? Again, many possibilities, depending on context. But there is one which must always be there for every brand. The must-have strategy for any brand is a strategy of differentiation. A strategy for your brand to be seen to be different and special. Your brand must be seen as different, special. There is always competition. If it's not seen as special, your brand will have no value. No one will choose over its competitors a brand that isn't seen to be special. No one will repeatedly choose over its competitors a brand that isn't consistently seen to be special. No one will trust a brand that isn't seen to be special, and no one will be loyal to a brand that isn't seen to be special. How different? In what way special? Well, go back to your notes in the prequel. Identify what makes your brand special. You've done the work. You've written down what makes your brand different and special. Write it into your strategy, and write the strategy down. My brand will be seen to be different because. Now to advertise and act. You execute the strategy by saying you are different and how. It's not enough to be different. You must be seen to be different. Tell the world you're different. You must advertise. So A is for advertise. Well, not perhaps as you might expect. Advertise is in italics, and the A for advertise is in lower case. So you don't think it necessarily means going out and hiring an advertising agency and spending megabucks on TV spots and digital campaigns. Anyway, you don't have to. Advertise, the word, has nothing to do with spending money. The word comes from Latin, meaning notice or pay attention. For us, managing a brand is to get it noticed, get our targets to pay attention to our brand. And of course, execute your strategy of differentiation every time without fail, in your words and in your actions. Every chance you have to say your brand is different, take it. Every chance you have to say your brand is special, take it. Think of advertising as a one-to-one conversation with your target. You have just a few seconds to persuade your target to engage. Engage with my brand. It's different. And of course, act. Act to stay special, to be different. Tell the world you're special and fail to deliver? Very bad idea. You'll end up with a brand without value, or worse, negative value. Your brand will die. So, A for advertise, you're different. A for act, to be different. Job done. So that's it. S for set objectives, build loyalty to the brand, to build the asset value of the brand for its owner. W, weaponize with a strategy of differentiation, and A for advertise and act. That just leaves T for track progress. Track deserves a couple of videos to itself and gets it. Join me in the next video. Track 1, loyalty.